Okay, so welcome along again. So we've got our workout 2 of week 2 for our lockdown. So another circuit just like we did last time out. So 4 rounds of 6 exercises. One of the exercises again is going to be a double over, one on each side of the body. So kind of 5 different moves for six times. Just working at 30 seconds for each exercise, and a nice quick turnaround, so it's only 10 seconds as a transition really, rather than a rest between our exercises. So first thing we're going to do is get into a little bit of a warm-up. So our first warm-up little exercise we're just going to do is going to be a standing crunch move, okay? So the idea is you're going to bring your knee up to about hip height, and then you're going to activate your abdominal muscles, your core, to bring your ribs a little bit lower, elbows down towards the knee, okay? If you've got your hands just to the side of your head, just touching lightly, then as you bring your body down, it'll make those elbows nice and close, okay? So it's just a small crunch and move. Making sure we get that movement through our abs and not just putting our arms up or just lifting those knees right up, okay? So we'll do a couple more on each side just to get that marching movement going. So as we warm up, just preparing the body, getting our blood pumping, raising our breathing rate slightly just to get more oxygen in, just so we've got everything we need for our workout. Okay, rest there. Second exercise, we're going to come through for our warm-up. Bit of a mobility. We're going to take a nice wide stance, arms out, like for a nice big start. Keep your legs nice and straight and long. You're going to touch one foot with the opposite hand, and then the other arm is going to point right up towards the ceiling. Okay. So we should be getting a nice stretch through our hamstrings, the back of our legs, and then a bit of a rotation stretch through our body, through our torso, as we do the reach with one hand. That's it. So you don't need to rush this movement. Give a nice, steady, smooth pace. And we're not going to bounce or jump at the bottom of the move, okay? Nice controlled all the way through. We're just getting that gradual tension and release as we stretch through the back of those legs. Okay, good. 2 more each side. One more each side. And rest there. Okay. Good. 2 down. 2 more exercises to go for our warm-up. Next one's going to be kind of Cossack Squat. So as we mimic, we used to kind of see that traditional kind of Russian dancing. We're going to come really low into our squat, okay? And we're going to shift across. We have a nice wide stance. One leg out straight, sitting through, and step onto each side. So you're really going to need a nice wide stance to get into that position. We're just going to open up those hips as we come through. Being nice and mobile. The heel stays down on both feet as you switch through, side to side. Keep your balance, it's okay just to bring that body position forwards. Okay, 1 more on each side. Good. Okay, nice mobilizing exercise for the hips, that one, but it can be quite hard work. So if you found it a little bit tricky, then do just give that one a bit more of a practice. If you've got something to steady yourself with, you can always hold on to something like a door frame or a chair leg of a table, just to help support. And the last exercise we're going to do is a warm-up for the upper body as well as mobility for our back, and that's our inchworm. So we're going to stand out, okay, feet shoulder width apart, legs long, roll down towards the floor, walk your hands all the way out so you come into a full plank position, push your hips up to the sky, heels down to the ground, and walk yourself back in, okay? So let's do 5 of those. Try and keep those legs straight if you can. If you're struggling to keep those legs straight, then just take a wider stance. It helps get you lower to the ground. So people with slightly less mobility through their hamstrings. That's it. And try and keep your heels down for as long as you can to get that stretch through the calf. Last one for luck. Here we go. Coming down, walk out, and walk back through, and come up. Okay, good. So that's our warm-up set done. I'm now going to run you through our 5 moves that we're going to do in our circuit. So you take a break, grab your towel, have a drink of water as we get in between. First exercise we're going to do is a kneel to sit squat. So we're going to start onto our knees, okay? And what we're going to do, try to keep your hips nice and low, one foot up, the other foot through. So we're into this low squat position. Then we're going to rotate, knees back down. Come up to the other side. See how my hips stay very similar height all the way through. So I'm not coming up to here and then sitting back down. Keep those hips nice and low as we transition all the way through, and alternating which leg comes up first each day. So that's exercise 1, our kneel to squat sit. Second exercise, we're going to go to the upper body. We've got our Commando Push Up. So we're going to start in an elbow plank position. So you can do this on your hand, on your knees or on your toes. But starting onto the elbows, okay? We're going to come up to one hand, up to the other hand, back down, come up the other way, and try and alternate through. So we're going to get nice shoulder work, as well as keeping our core nice and strong going through that plank position, okay? That's exercise number 2. So lower body, upper body. We're then going to come into a core exercise, getting our obliques. So we're going to come into a side plank position for our hip dip. So we're going to come through, long plank position, drop the hips, squeeze back up, okay? Drop and squeeze. The idea is just squeezing through the side of the body, not with the hips themselves. So between the hip bone and your ribs, that's where we'll be feeling these oblique muscles starting to work. We'll just get that dip. If you find the dip hard, then just hold that plank position for as long as you can. Start with that. Bottom knee goes down to the floor. Top leg nice and straight, okay? Just a shorter position, just to allow you to make that a little bit easier. Okay, so we do that on each side. So that's effectively exercise 3 and 4. Then we come into exercise 5, which is our bicycle crunch. So we're going to be on our backs on our mat. Okay, how I do this, just have that crunch up, shoulders off the floor, feet up, okay. Reach one elbow towards the opposite thigh, and extend the leg, and turn your opposite elbow. Okay, we're going to alternate that. Feet don't touch the floor, and your shoulders don't touch the floor. Keep those off the whole way through. Just make sure you keep that tension on your abs and on your core. Okay, last exercise for our round is going to be our jump lunge. So, big explosive exercise. We're going to be in a nice long lunge position. Okay, knee goes down, jump through, and come back down. So we'll have nice control, not quite hitting the floor with the knee. We don't want any busted kneecaps. So just make sure you try and get that landing and push off the ground, both feet simultaneously. So we're not landing one foot in a bit of a horsey gallop. They both land at the same time, leave the ground at the same time. It's got a quick scissor switch of our leg position to make a lunge on the opposite side. Okay? So, as I said, the plan's going to be 30 seconds on each side, 10 seconds transition between exercises, and then 30 seconds rest between rounds, just to get ourselves just about ready to go again. Okay? So last break for a quick drink. Then we're going to get into our first exercise. So we've got our kneeling squat sit. So we're going to come down to the floor. Okay? Set ourselves ready. And off we go. 30 seconds. So move up from the knees into a low squat. Good. Take your time. Come down to your knees. The last knee down is the first knee up. And a little bit of coordination. And the rest there. Okay, coming into our Commando Push Up. So on our elbows, from our hands or knees, and off we go. Up, down each side. Again, we're going to alternate which hand pushes up each rep, okay? So just try and get your rhythm this first round. Get those exercises right. Nice control, strong core. Two, one, and rest. Okay, going to come into our sideline position. We're going to come into our hip dips. 2, 1, off we go. Drop the hips to the floor. Squeeze through the spine of the body. Okay, pull those hips up and control. Lots of core work here. You can have your opposite hand up to the ceiling if you want, just to get that nice, steady balance. Good. Two, one, and rest. Okay, transition through, come over onto the other side. Quick turn over. 2, 1, and off we go onto the other side. Drop that hip and pull up through the side of the body, the side of our belly. Good. Nice and controlled, 30 seconds each side. Get lots of work on our core here. Keep going. Remember, if you can't keep the dips up, you can drop that bottom knee to the floor and bend it back. And rest. Okay, that's like it. Dips. Then we're going to come through into our bicycle crunch. So leaning back, off we go. Shoulders and feet off the ground. Alternate elbow to thigh. Good. Keep it going. Doing really well. 2, 1, rest. Okay, last exercise for the round. We're going to come into our jump lunge. So nice wide split position. Jump up, land through. Pop that leg position each time. Big work on the legs. Good, doing really well. Try and get as many as you can. Two, one, and rest. Okay, good. So, short break in between rounds. Round one done. I've got some core work, a couple of the exercises in there. So you manage yourself through the time. Try to make sure we can get through all of the rounds. Okay, 5 seconds. We're going to come down to kneeling. Right, kneel, squat, sit. 2, 1, off we go. Then we're trying to keep those hips low as we come into that squat. Come down. Last knee down. It's the first knee up. One, 2. Let's keep that going. 5 to go. And rest. Okay, coming down. Commando push ups. So, knees or toes. And off we go. Nice strong body position. Sit strong plank. Keep those legs nice and straight. Abs on. Last 5. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, come down. We're going to come into our hip dips next. So choose a side. 2, 1, off we go. Hips up, lower to the ground, and lift. Remember, you can drop that bottom knee to the floor if you need to, and bend the bottom leg, or you can just hold the straight plank. Our core's going to feel it, our shoulders are going to feel it. 5 to go. 2, 1, rest. Okay, come over, switch to the other side. 2, 1, off we go. That's it. That elbow underneath the shoulder. Awesome work. And keep it going, got 10 to go. 2, 1, rest. Okay. Now coming back onto our bicycle crunch. So leaning back, shoulders off, and opposite elbow to thigh. As we straighten out the other leg. Good, 10 to go. 2, 1, and rest. Right, off the abs. We're going to go back into some leg work. Into those lunges. Long lunge position, off we go. In that position. Good, trying to get those feet to land at the same time. There we go. 2, 1, and rest. Oh, 2 rounds done. Halfway through. Okay, let's get some water on board. Get some airflow going. Good. So I'm really starting to feel this today. So I'm only halfway through. So do as much as you can to get ourselves in position. Down to our kneeling position, our squat set. 2, 1, off we go. Step. Up from the kneeling position. Last knee down, first knee up. Keep those hips as low as you can, all the way through. 2, 1, and rest. Okay. Come into Commando Push Up. 2, 1, off we go. Long plank. From the elbows, last elbow down, the first elbow up. Nice, 5 to go. 2, 1, rest. Bring ourselves onto our side. Hip dips, and off we go. Yeah. Just try and keep it going as best you can. Remember, I've dropped down onto one knee. Still doing that dip, trying to squeeze through the side of the body. 2, 1, rest. Okay, take it through, straight on the other side. One, and off we go. Hips up, and reach through. Awesome thing, did really well. Keep it going. Here we go. That drop down level, bottom knee bent, down off the ground. Still squeezing through the side of the body. 2, 1, rest. That's it. Rolling onto our back, bicycle crunch next. 2, 1, off we go. And alternate legs, elbow towards opposite thigh. Try and keep those shoulders off the floor. Keep it going. 5 to go. 2, 1, rest. Right, coming up. Into our jump lunges. Okay. In position, off we go. Nice coordination, keep that balance. Landing simultaneously on both feet. Let go. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, good. 3 rounds down. Okay, take a break, take a drink. Okay, 30 seconds. Awesome. So, no equipment, but a nice tough workout in 20 minutes. 4 rounds. 1 round to go. 10 seconds. Starting with our kneeling position to sit squat. Okay, 5 seconds. Here we go. 2, 1, and up we come. Still trying to keep those hips as low as we can up into that squat. All right. So you can feel those thighs and glutes working as we control that low squat fit. Okay, excellent. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, commando push up. Starting on our elbows. Off we go. If you can't go for the whole time from your toes, drop to your knees. 10 to go. 2, 1, rest. Okay, awesome. Bringing it through. Got our slide hip dips. 2, 1, off we go. As long as we really tough now. Shoulders are tiring. Core's tired. Okay, 10 seconds. 2, 1, rest. Okay, come over to the other side. And move. Opposite side. 2, 1, up we come. Nice team. Keep it going. 10 seconds. Feel the side of the body working. 2, 1, rest. Okay, bicycle crunches as we come through. Lying back. Off we go. Okay, 10 seconds. 2, 1, rest. Right. Cool, finished. Last exercise onto our jump lunge. Here we go. Big one to finish. Good team, keep it going. Last 5, 2, 1, rest. Oh. Hey, give yourselves a round of applause. Strong little workout that. Really getting our core. Also getting the upper body, lower body working. Getting our heart rate up. And getting a lot of work done in a short space of time. So we recover. We drink plenty of fluid. Keep your water intake up for the rest of the day. Have something to eat to replenish some of that energy. And then have a little bit of a stretch off, get through those legs. Have a little bit of a stretch through those abs. And help ourselves off. So get that recovery well. Hope you like the workout. And then, yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. And we'll see you next time.